Coming up next, a video on 5 what I consider underappreciated fragrances from 5 really big houses. So these are ones that I think people just don't give enough love, but I highly recommend them and love them myself. Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back everybody to JoelTheNose here at Osme Perfumery. As you can see, just been raining again. We're kind of in this weird rainy season right now, but the sun's coming out, so hopefully got a little bit better light and you guys can see me. So let's get right into this. I did a video recently talking about 5 under the radar niche houses. So kind of in that same theme, I decided to find or pick 5 fragrances that I really like that I think are kind of underappreciated in the fragrance community, despite being from really big popular fragrance houses. So let's find out what they are coming up next. Jump right into this. From the first fragrance I'm going to talk about is from the house of Initio, and this is, so you can kind of see it there, this is Atomic Rose. So Atomic Rose, to me, if you are a rose fan, this is one of the most elegant unisex rose fragrances that I know. Some guys, I think, shy away from this. You absolutely shouldn't. I love rose as a note in perfumery. It's one of my favorites. It, to me, always imparts this like clean, almost soapy smell that I really enjoy. And this is a fragrance, just listen to the notes. It's got bergamot, pink pepper, Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, Egyptian jasmine, vanilla from Madagascar. So they've picked like all the best basically elements for each category. The vanilla, the rose, from the Bulgarian to the Turkish rose, 2 of the best out there, combined them into a powerhouse fragrance. I think because of the popularity of things like Side Effect and Oud for Greatness, this sometimes gets overlooked, but you need to check it out. Next, let's go to one of my favorite houses, Fragrance du Bois. This is Oud Violet Intense. Again, Fragrance du Bois is one of those houses that whenever I talk to people, it seems like everybody's got a different favorite perfume. I don't always see like, oh, this is the most popular. It's not like some, fragrance houses where it's like clear what the most popular one is. They are so diverse and every fragrance is so good that I see people generally have a different favorite one. But this is one that I think flies under the radar that you need to check out. Why? That violet. Violet to me, as I've been studying perfume making and really understanding it, is a throwback that is old school. That is what perfumery was 100 years ago in the 1920s and the 30s and the 40s. Violet was one of the most common elements in perfumery. It went away. A lot of times people think, oh, it smells older, it smells like an old lady. It's so not the case. They've taken it, combined it with this oud, and it's not an animalic oud. This is, again, I would consider a beginner to intermediate oud person. So if you don't really know oud or you're scared of it, don't be scared of this fragrance. The violet with that kind of like almost powdery sweet smell really mixes well. This is a great modern fragrance for those of you who want to know both oud and violet. Next, let's go to Serge, and this is Torino 21. This came out, I think, in 2021. It's one of the relatively newer fragrances. And again, this is another house that produces so many good fragrances, from Naxos to Uden to their new ones, Golden Mocha, Golden Green. Richwood. There's, the list goes on and on and on. But this is one that I picked because I love the mint element. Smell this one. It immediately has a beautiful mint lemony top that you don't see a lot in, to be honest, fragrances. There's great fragrances out there that use mint. My favorite probably being Vert Désert from Veronique Gabai. But this one is right up there. This is, again, for being a newer fragrance that I think sometimes new fragrances come out and you smell it and then you forget to come back to it. This is one that when I come back to it every time, I really love it for that mint element. So check it out, Torino 21 from Serge. Next, I'm gonna go to Parfums de Marley. If I'm not incorrect, I believe this was the first, was Darley the very first fragrance from them? Do you remember? Darley? Did I grab the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Can you hand me Darley? Yeah. I'm like, this doesn't look right. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I grabbed the wrong bottle. You can see it's too dark in here. Darley. So Darley is the very first fragrance from Parfums de Marley. You know, I think because of that, and they have such a great reputation, and it's been out, well, let me show you the bottle. I'm gonna hold it up there for you. Because there's so many great fragrances from the house, whether it be Pegasus, whether it be one of my favorites, Cologne, you know, it just goes, you know, another one of my favorites, Hobdon, Greenlee. I mean, it goes on and on, right? I think that this gets overlooked again. And it's one that if you look at the notes, just listen to these notes here. Really interesting. You have at the top, you have lemon, bergamot, and mint. So you got mint again here. Then it has rose, lavender, rosemary, orange blossom, cinnamon, sandalwood, gaiac wood, patchouli, amber, tonka. What a great mix of, and I'm gonna put it right on my skin, just so you can kind of see my reaction here. It's, I just really love this fragrance, and I don't love the fact that it gets overlooked. So if you are in or around Osme or anywhere else that carries Parfums de Marley, they are in some of the bigger department stores, you know, like Nordstrom or Saks. But if you are in here, check out Darley. I promise you, you will not be let down. If you like something that is really started this brand, got it going, helped launch into what it is, and you look at the complicated composition, this is like, again, almost like an old school perfume from the 1940s or 50s where things were very complex with a lot of notes. This is one of those fragrances. And yet it's also still kind of light and fresh. Really amazing how they put all that together. And that's gonna lead me to, last but not least, from, of course, Montblanc. You can recognize the bottle. This is Red Vetiver. No, again, I grabbed the wrong bottle because it's in a red can. Hold on, let me go over here and get this. All right. Twice today, grabbed the wrong bottle. This, Red Vetiver. Red Vetiver, it's not focused. There we go, had to block other people's faces. Red Vetiver, again, Vetiver is one of my favorite fragrance notes. It is one of the most classic fragrance notes, again, used in perfumery for over 100 years, very popular. What I've liked what they've done here is because it's spicy, it's fiery, it's a little bit clean, it's a little bit fresh, but it's also grounded in that hay-like vetiver, which to me, again, is, I don't know why, I just love vetiver from Ormond Jane's vetiver. But I guess what I like about this one is I don't really see a lot of Montblanc fragrances use vetiver. They do great oud, they do great everything. They release probably as much or more new product every year than any other niche house. But Red Vetiver to me has stood the test of time since it's been around. Again, if you like that kind of spicy, fiery, clean, yet vetiver hay-like base, and you love vetiver fragrances and you've never tried Red Vetiver, you gotta try it. Again, I think sometimes it gets, you know, overwhelmed by all the new releases that they have, whether it be Arabian's Tonka, Oud, amazing. I mean, so many wonderful fragrances, woods and spices, Blue Matcha, one of the newer ones. But Red Vetiver remains one of my favorites from the house and I think needs more love. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. That was something that I hope you found useful, that you can try these and see what you think. Let me know what some of the fragrances are from major niche houses that you think get overlooked and you personally think deserve more love. Appreciate your guys, of course, input, your support, your comments. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.